What's up, Michigan? What's up, Paul? So Paul came in first. He beat you here, Michigan. That's okay, though, bro. Like you say, he gets notified sooner because he's closer, I think. The airwaves. Oh, did you? Yeah. Okay. Uh-huh. So maybe you did get notified at the same time. How's everybody's day? Everybody doing all right? I just figured I'd come live for an hour, guys. I had got in at like 6:30 and had a quick bite to eat and figured, you know what? I'll say what's up. I had a 12-hour workday today, so that's how she goes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm used to it, Michigan, because of work too, right? Well, you're farming. You're doing stuff on the farm and stuff. You must be getting used to it, but I think, because it's not bad if you're dressed for it, kind of, you know? It just sucks. I've been using really expensive snow pants at work. And I don't want to ruin them, but I need to be warm, so it is what it is. Oh, yeah? Oh, that's cool. Nice. What are they farming? I hear that. I don't know what that says or means, but it kind of looks racist to me. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I need your opinion here, boys. What's that there? Before Michigan's comment. In between your comments there, Michigan, what do you think that is? Cheers. That's definitely not. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we'll leave it be, I guess. You know what? I guess I better get rid of that. If we don't understand it, we better just clear it off. We don't need no comments that we don't really understand or know. Yeah, just in case. See ya, bud. We don't know you. And it's not about that. It's what is that? Like literally. Come on. Thank you, Sloth. Yeah, that's great. Welcome to the channel. Here we go. Okay. Most definitely not. It's definitely not. It's a worldwide. We have people in here from everywhere. No, it's definitely not. We don't do that in here. Oh, no, no, you won't get banned from here, bud. No, you're good. Welcome to the channel, eh? What's going on tonight here, guys? Yeah, I got a couple of tricks. Let's play the game called Now We See You, Now We Don't. Let's just go like this. Let's go like that. Peace, bruh. Yeah, you too, Phoenix. Thank you. What's up, Garden? Thanks for coming in, bro. How you doing? How was your day, Phoenix? Thursday night, it like doesn't feel like a Thursday night. You guys hear that? Nice, Michigan, right on. Oh, okay, of course. I'm sure everybody remembers a Jill that has stopped in here now and then in the past. I think there's only been one, so yeah. I'm gonna say if that's who you are, we all do, I would say. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. What you do, a name change? Is that what it is? So we did some searching around a bit on some local areas that get opened by like the conservations and stuff. No news on any of that. Yeah, I've been working a lot of hours, but which is good. So my plan, remember today, I was gonna drill the pond, the carp pond, but I worked too late. Like I got in, I didn't leave work until 10 after 6. I didn't get to my truck till 10 after 6, so quarter after 6. Away she goes. Obviously, I'm gonna get home and ate food, talked to the family for a few minutes, and then for a bit, and then popped on here for an hour. That's my plan. And then have my shower and see the fam a bit more, and then bedtime. A busy week. Tomorrow's Friday, though. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you can get him on, I would say if you can get him or her on, what's his boy? Yeah, I'd say, yeah, thanks, Phoenix. I'd say, try to get him on fish right away. If you can. Like, it's always good to take someone for their first time to a spot which I know you caught pike the other day, so any panfish in there? Get them on like a bunch of panfish, or I mean, pike's fine too. It's just sometimes a school of fish down there. But you know you know what you're doing, so whatever works, I'm sure it'll be. There you go. Well, it's gonna warm up. I don't know what day you're taking them. I think Sunday's 0. I don't know what Saturday is. Our night times are gonna stay low. We're not losing ice. We're not getting like a serious warm up, but we're gonna get to around the freezing mark. Well, it just depends if that person's been outside playing in the cold and doing stuff in the cold and walking in the cold, they're probably climatized. If they dress right for it. Hmm. But yeah, I don't know, maybe, yeah. I couldn't see why fishing isn't good for anything, you know? That's awesome, Paul's way. Right on. No way. Pike. That's like my waters, bro. That's like my waters. You notice how I'm always just catching pike? Like I say, that's that South Channel. That's that straight down to the lake. It's like a pike. I don't know. It's a pike haven. Really. I mean, they're never too huge, but you know, they're never monster. They're not lake pike or big, you know, that I catch along that strip and all those little water bodies, but there's pike, man. And like I say, there's no. Okay, you too, A Phoenix. Thank you. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. Really appreciate it, A Phoenix. Yeah, so yeah, you need a warm up. You need a warm up spot, and that always makes it fun, nice and warm. See the flag go and go for that. So I guess how much ice would you have there now? And it's a conservation area. Like, is it? He's from Texas. Texas, Florida. That's right, Florida. Who's from Texas? Another one. Okay, you're from Florida, yeah. Tropical Florida. Yeah, I didn't see. I know I've heard today about the. Obviously, I've heard the. Yesterday, I heard about it. Okay. Yesterday, I heard about those fires going on, and I'm glad to hear that. And then I also heard a headline that Canadians were heading down to help out with it. So that's good. That's good. Ian. Yeah, thanks, eh? No, but yeah, we do our best. Yeah, no matter what, too. Like, it's good. I mean, BC and even Northern Ontario, all the provinces have smaller fires all the time, like smaller ones and then some large ones, and they know how they contain them pretty good. I mean, they're going to do their best they can, I'd imagine. I mean, there's a lot of experienced people with the how to stop them, or I'm sure everybody is, but it's more person power, people power, right? So any firefighters that go down there, that's good. It's just more volume of power of for them to try to get those. I haven't even seen footage of these fires or nothing, guys. So I feel for anyone in California affected from it, obviously, and I don't know, like it's pretty wild, like, and I hear the wind is just, I don't know. I'm gonna look at footage later from it. I don't know what you guys have seen of it. Kind of looked at the web page. That lake we were watching, we watched it freeze there. It ended up cracking, which is good. That's growing ice. I mean, it's locked in. It's growing. It's gonna crack. It's gonna, And then I looked at it again during the day today. But let's look at these fires first thing. That's wild, man. I think I'm already seeing some stuff here. Slower winds help tame flames. Man, I see city in the background. But it's heading to the coast, right? I just don't know if there's cities in between where they're coming off of into the coast. I don't know. Or if what I'm looking at's the hills and then it goes down to the coast and it's city beyond the hills. I don't know. I mean, truthfully, I'd go down and help fight those fires, you know. Darn right. Why not? Quebec. Was it? Oh, our upper pun. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's possible. But like, it would have to. It would have to travel quite the distance to your place. I mean, the north might not have been from Ontario, but maybe northern Manitoba if it blew north winds took it down there. Because it's a. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it could travel across that far. I mean, I wonder if that was the Perry Sound 33 fire that you were getting smoke from. That's got to travel across Georgian Bay and everything. Usually, that's not a common wind. A southeast wind is not a common wind. And yeah, I don't know, Michigan. I'll have to look that up. I'm curious about it. When was it? Oh yeah, when was it? Oh, it was thick, eh? It had to have been from either Manitoba or above like Thunder Bay and all that. I can't imagine. Wouldn't be from southeast. I haven't said that though. All those fires were in Quebec and the smoke went southeast down towards New York and all that. That's right. Yeah, well, they happen, right? And they don't, most of them happen. I mean, it's a natural, maybe not the one in LA, but like initially a bush naturally in nature, if it doesn't catch up once in a while and burn off that thing, the whole world will burn when it fires up. I don't know if that makes any sense. Naturally, like scientifically in nature, lightning has started fires forever, right? And apparently, I've always heard. Have you guys heard this before? Have you guys heard that, like the natural form of nature is sometimes a little bird and then, regrowth? And you guys heard that? Because if what happens, if then it builds up too much debris and timber and stuff like that, and boom. And we have a lot of trees are dying in my swamps. They dry out pretty good actually in the summer. Summer of 2023. That would have to be the Perry Sound fire, I guess. That would have to be the Perry Sound because it's a south enough fire. That's 5 hours. Actually 3.5 hours from me. It's about 150 miles away from me north is where that. Not even 130 miles north. Something like that. I think it's 260 kilometers up to that area. I have family lives above there, so. Yeah, I get it, garden, and that's a common like. Yeah, exactly, and then. Yeah, I mean, got to remember, Florida's more tropical, so Florida is more tropical, right? Like it is. That's what I think. Humidity, tropics, wetness. Might rain every day, and then get sunny again. Am I wrong? When I visited Florida, it was a lot like that, but it was nice. It was, you know. Ah, yeah, it's a natural. I've always heard like it's actually a natural process. you know. Some of our fires have fired up in controlled burns. I'm not saying the California one is or any other fires have been or anything like that. but there is. I like Garden was saying, I could see. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I mean, what? Your foundation in the sand and sinkholes, and your house could fall in. A lot of times it's all they no basements in Florida, right? A lot of times your basement's the main floor. Am I right on that, Garden? You guys don't dig a lot of basements over there, right? Or do you? I don't know. A few people I know, they've had places there and they had no basements. Okay. Yeah, no, I've heard of sinkholes before, Michigan. Yeah, I've heard of the sinkholes before. I mean, oh, on my way home, all traffic was stopped and lined up. Boom, and I'm like, accident? I was like, what could have happened here? It's, it's a 2-lane highway. And then I thought, maybe deer. We're in deer country. Sure enough, boom, I see the deer laying at the back of laying down on the ground. It was small doe. Might have been not this year's, but maybe last year's. Just, I would say, not that old of one doe. Sadly, on the side, damaged, car's messed up, man. But it looks like it ran across the road and ran into the back of the car. So like the driver was sitting there fine. There was a driver and a passenger I saw in the vehicle, and yeah, their damage was at like the rear end of their vehicle. So I think it went to leap over it, right? That's what they do. They run across the road, and if there's something in the way, they leap it like a fence. That's their plan, right? For when it comes to the deer. But yeah, this one leaped right in the side. It looked like a minivan of some sort. Not the side, but like rear side. And that's some pretty good damage in the vehicle, eh? It's probably a write-off. Yeah, I've heard of them, Michigan, the sinkholes, but yeah, the only thing I could think of, ooh, that deer has a tail. Sadly, I mean, yeah, sadly, it got hit by a car, and it's actually that meat's probably not even going to go to good use. That's the problem too, right? I don't quote me on that, but that meat, fresh, that should go to use, man. That could, I don't know. They should have something on hand, whether it's, you know, someone who will take those deer. So at least, yeah, when a deer leaps across the road and then tries to jump over a vehicle or whatever and ends up, you know. Oh, because it's so cold outside. You're right. It's -11 outside. Yeah, it's a freezer outside. It won't be there. No, no, it won't be there. It's probably loaded up already, man. And like, yeah, the city. I don't know who goes out for that. They wouldn't send animal control. It would be some sort of a roads or who knows who does that, but something like that, though, eh? What's up, Evan? Oh, I see, I see, I see. Yeah, no, no, no. It's up the side of the road. City official, like there's roads or the snowplow people or somebody. They have the see whoever has that city road contract. I would imagine, or who knows? No, I don't know. don't know what happens. I should check it out and find out. Dude, that's not cold, man. 58. Well, I guess in Florida it's cold. Yeah, I guess that's cold for Florida. Yeah, it'll give you a shocker. Yeah, no doubt. I hear ya. But 58 is good, man. 58. Let's throw a sweater on and go fishing weather, man. Yeah, I see the way you put that fresh. You know, it's because you're not used to it, right? How was your day, Evan? '58, the catfish are still biting pretty good, pretty much. They're starting to slow up. No, 58, like outside weather. It's not bad. Oh, good. Right on. Quiet days are good. Like, even if I'm off work for whatever reason for a day, they're not quiet days. I don't often get a. This is fairly quiet. Like us hanging out here, this is quiet. This is as quiet as my life gets, I guess. Which is fine, which is great. What do you guys think of that? I was getting a lot of new people swinging in here at the beginning of the stream, eh? Different, eh? That's bound to happen, though. But normally here, it's just us come in, you know, the odd new, you know, I shouldn't say new person, the odd new folks that come in and, you know, join the team or whatever and hang out. But yeah, it was a bit different. Beer gut. Cheers, bro. How you doing? Yeah, not much. Chilling. Hanging out for an hour here and oh, I'm not so I mean yeah, that's good news, Paul's way. Like to me it is. Like to me, yeah, but it's whatever works for you and yeah, no, I mean I don't see why you wouldn't. Anyone come across that video, those guys fishing and the beaver came up in the hole? Like I had a note or not a note our session suggestion video of it the other day and I watched it. I don't know what day that was. It might have been Monday. I forget. I don't know. And I sat here and I watched it because I wasn't live. I think I only went, yeah. It came once the beaver realized it saw the people. It turned around and went the other way. It didn't even come out of the water, but it wanted to. Like it was, that's what it was up to. But then once it noticed the reaction and the scuffling, it knew to kind of go back in. Yeah, that's a neat photo. That was really good camera action on that. Like for the look of it, the frozen look of it. Yeah, I know. Because at the beginning of that video, there's not a teaser, but it's a kind of right, like a. Yeah, Beaver really doesn't want to mess around. All they want to do is they want wood and they want to dam things up, you know? That's all they want to do. They just want to do their work and do their life. Beavers, hey? Really. They'll want to chop trees down and then eat bark and whatever in the bark or... Well, dude, we got to go check out that tree at the Moose next time I'm out that way. Because they were trying to take down a... This thing is like a big old maple hanging on the side of the river. And this beaver's chewing right, like, just pounding through it. What is it? Hey, Jay Fishing, what's up? Sorry I didn't see you there. There you are. Right on, bro. How you been doing? Oh no, Phoenix. Or, I know. I don't know, do they? Michigan. Do they eat wood? Or is it the bark or the in-between layer of the bark? Or is it nutrients in the, what is it? What are those beavers eating? Oh no, she left, bro. Jay Fishing, unless she's back. Yeah, but Michigan, this thing's that's trying to take down a tree that's like bigger. Like I can't even wrap around this. We're gonna go check it out again, and they got to be eating something in that bark. That's not a tree. That's not wood they'd wanna. Unless their plan is they're trying to drop the tree so then they can get the wood off the tree or the branches off the tree. Are they being that smart? They are mean. They will just slap their tail and stuff like that. But at the same time, they're not. I'm not sure there's been ever a beaver to walk towards a human. They'll just splash and want to do their own thing. Have you ever heard of a beaver like at being aggressive towards a human? Besides slapping their tail, yeah, they're just they're territorial that way. They want to be left alone. Is the way I see it. But you know, because fish and splash, right? They'll smash their tail super hard and let them be known, kind of. I'm sure if you corner one or want to, I mean, no doubt they're going to. In the middle of the winter, let's go check that out if there's any leaves on this tree. Or buds and like natural, like the little twiggy ends and stuff like that, you mean? Because technically, I know the buds aren't there, but there is little. There's Oscar. He's from Texas, guys. Yeah, Texas, Michigan. Michigan. Did you have a question for someone from Texas or? Oh, really, eh? Right. So, you know a lot about beavers? So, beavers, like at that place we go down to, down here, we see those beaver dams in the summer, like, you know, towards the fall, I started going up that creek. And like those beaver dams are kind of almost perfectly distant away from each other, kind of, right? apparently they're territorial like the males. Get what I mean? They don't. So it could have taken that dog as another male beaver or whatever, or it's hard to say, but okay, so got some snow in Texas, eh? So there's snow in Texas, there's fire in California. Snow in Texas and fire in California, which is totally sad, guys. Not a laughing matter. I haven't even seen if houses have been wiped out or anything. I don't know what's going on with that huge fire, but I know it's huge, and they're sending Canadians down to help out, which is cool. Or Canadians are going down there or whatever. So it's always good to hear that. Help out. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, right. No one from California comes in here. Am I right? So I think Anthony J used to live in California. I think. Other than that, I don't think there's anybody that's currently living in California that has stopped by this channel or yeah, so that's fairly common, right? And welcome to the channel. Would you change your name? Have you been here before? It's the first time I've seen that name. Welcome to the channel. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't know how common. Dallas Stars. No, Dallas. You guys get a little bit of snow, right? Oh, not much. Okay. Pardon me. Yeah, Dallas, Texas, right? You haven't, eh? I heard about it a little bit on the radio. I so wanted to go live, guys, today. Road 401 was brutal. 401 was brutal. Yesterday, as well, as I seen, I passed by that accident. There was a couple accidents on the highway, eh? But I passed by the premieres. It was after the fact, well after the fact. It was when they were taking pictures. It was big black SUV. I'm assuming that was the one. It is. But it was still my fastest route 2 days in a row. It just... And it wasn't too bad for me. I had one person be a douche and try to get ahead of me, and which was fine, whatever. And then they cut off. So I watched them cut off like 6 other people, and just one nut there that was, to me, driving a little unsafe. If you ask me, that was, you know. Oh, you post content or what? Don't get it. Do you post content? No, I'm not asking you to change your name. I was just wondering if, no, I was just wondering if, you've been here before. We seen you now. Profile different. Something's up there. Anyways, that's cool. Again, if you're new, welcome to the channel. Yeah, that's the way it is, yeah. And they just expect you, or what they'll do is not let you in when they know you want to get over. You do your best to be like kind and courtesy, and they're just like, no, 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 no. You know, it's like, all right, okay. But I mean, there's way too many accidents on that highway. That is for sure. Way too many. A lot of disabled tractor trailers too. So one on the 403 up towards like getting back into Hamilton, and then one on the 401 way up there is part of the stall up of traffic got into there. It was got up to it, and it's dead center lane, tractor trailer just sitting there, not moving, just disabled, 4 ways on. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, accidents are never good, and I let the people in that are cutting me off, and I never always avoid that accident. Not like, you know, like, but like in the law book, whoever's making the lane change is at fault. Not that accidents are good for anybody, whether it's your fault or not. It's still going to be a big headache, I would imagine. Not worth it at all. I mean, it's going to, I mean, for one, if your vehicle has any sentimental value, if they can fix it, it'll never be the same, in a sense, right? And then on your Carfax, you gotta, that'll be on the Carfax as well, vice versa, or you gotta deal with, you know, and that always doesn't work out neither. So accidents suck, in my opinion, and they shouldn't happen as much as they are happening out there, especially on the 400 series. And coming back, the 403 on the service road by Sale. I don't know if you know where that is in Burlington there. Police were doing something on the service road. So there was a huge backup on the highway. And literally right after we passed that, whatever was going on the service road, things were flying again, like up to the speed limit. And that's everybody that's on their way home needs to get a look and wants to see what the police are doing there on the service road. Just keep the highway moving. Don't worry about what's going on over there that's not even on the road you're on. I mean, well, I mean, yeah, I know them. I know those baits. What kind of Toyota do you want, Michigan? You want a Tacoma? Oh, you want a Tundra, eh? Do your research there. Or wait a minute. A Tundra. Not a V8. Little rooster tail, eh? Is that a whole new motor design, Paul's Way, that they put in this that V8 Tundra now, or is it a different motor, like a different than they were using before? Yeah, all these, and then you see all these 4-cylinder trucks coming out. They all have turbos too, right? I think, or it's optional, I would imagine. Do they have a split ring on the end of them, Escar? And then maybe you can change the to a single hook, because some places you have to fish with a single hook. Before I would never have to worry about that, but now I do, because there's a river, not, well, the river I fish on, just it's super long, so it's not on the area that I commonly fish it. But there is spots to do some really good fishing, but that's the thing, single hook, no barbs. No barbs and no treble hooks, so it's single hook. Just have a look at those twisters to see if they're made. They're probably not, are they? Well, if it's an eye hook that's on those, you can clip that off, I would think, and get a split ring and put a single hook on it. And if there's places that you can't have a barb on your hook, then you can put a single barbless hook on and then fish with your rooster tail still and stuff. Yeah, that's why, like, we just talked about the deer thing or an accident. That's why I want nothing to happen to my truck, man. I know it cost me maintenance and mechanical maintenance and money. I want nothing to happen to my truck, you know? No, they don't, dude, even with the barb, just don't give it slack. But even with a barbed hook, don't give the fish slack is all. Don't have to, like, so good way, keep the rod bent, but not necessarily the rod bent, just don't give it slack. And you can let it take line as long as there's tension. Don't let it slack, and yeah, it'll be fine. Usually it's fine, especially, and usually any of those rules are where you're going to be fishing for trout anyways, so. Nah, barbless single hook, it holds on to a fish, especially if you're fishing like a spinner like you are there, the rooster tail. That's gonna just, I mean, they're gonna hit it. You're reeling that bait in, rooster tail. It's a spinner, right? The 5.7 Toyota. It must be the Nissan V8 I'm thinking of. What's the Nissan V8? They have motor issues? I don't know, but do they? Or wasn't there something? That's why I was asking you, because I wasn't sure if it was the Toyota V8 or the Nissan V8 that I've heard something about something. I don't know how true it is or whatever, but it must have been that one. Hang on, I'm going to do some searching here. We're going to find this out. I always fish with barbs pretty much, so I almost can't tell you that, Garden. I don't know the answer to that. I want to fish those waters that I can only fish with that single hook, so I'm gonna, and barbless, so I'll let you know what I think about it. How about mid this year after the trout opener and stuff? I'll give you my opinion on that, because I do have spots picked out that I want to fish for brown trout that I think I've heard that before. Paul's Way. Those rogues, everything, right? I've heard different things. I mean, you hear stuff, right? That's what I mean. That's any of these things. There's, I mean, but I mean, it seems like how about the, I hope I never have the issue with mine, but mine's a 6-cylinder anyways, 3.6. You know, I'm juicing through a lot of fuel, it seems like, guys. I don't know what it is. I know my vehicle idles a couple more seconds or minutes before I get driving and stuff, and maybe I'm using a bit of gas that way, a little extra gas, but a little bit. And then I guess with the heat pumping, maybe hey, what's up? Welcome in. But I mean, almost like it happens. Like, I mean, what's this thing about how about the lifter issues with the, what are they, the 6.2s? There's those. I mean, there's things you can search on here. There's all different stuff. Like, and then you got again, they all gave me, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong here, I don't know. Maybe there's no issues with any V8s of those, of either ones. I don't know, I thought I heard something about something. Okay. Yeah, well, I'm feeling it. I'm like, man, dude. Believe it or not, I'm feeling it. That, like, you know. No, so like we have a guy that comes in here, and it's illegal to have studded tires unless you're a certain far north. So like where I am, you have winter tires. No, not here, man. A good winter tire, soft rubber compound, you know, nice aggressive, dude. They work really well, and yeah, and you can shut that off, right? Yeah, most, now all of vehicles, can you shut that off? I have that, eh? Well, pretty much I notice mine will show up, it'll say V6, and then sometimes it'll say V4. The only time I see it saying V4 is when I'm not on the throttle anyways, and I'm coasting down a hill or something like that. As soon as I hop on throttle, I'm back to V6, right? Yeah, I'm glad I don't have that. I mean, in 2018, there probably was an option for that. No, or did it come out just after that? 2018, my truck on an upgraded model, it probably had that offer, but I don't have that. And I hope my truck, like, I mean, I fire mine up in this cold. let it idle but then I let it idle. When I do get it going into gear, like this morning, it didn't like how cold it was. Like, you know, like my truck, I mean, it started fine and all that. It wasn't that, it's just when I like put it into gear, backed up, and then, you know, went to go and started rolling, it was like, you know, it froze up pretty good last night. But I hope I don't have no lifter issue with mine down the road, and I don't think I will the 3.6s, but I'd imagine, given the gas hard when your motor's cold, I think like really cold, like this kind of cold, is the worst thing ever. You gotta let them warm up, let them fire up, and you know. But I have that service engine light on for the small evap leak, it says. Whether it's right at the rim of that seal of the gas tank, like right where you fill it up, under there. I guess that can get dirty and cause you an evap leak there, which is probably what's going on with mine. But I can't use my remote car starter when the service engine light's on. So like coming home, I could have cleared it. I cleared it and it stayed off for 2 weeks. First time that evap light, small evap leak code ever came through, I'd just gotten gas. So I believe it is the seal of the, and I think Steel City looked it up and saw it was fairly common for my truck. Oh, do you? Yeah, cool. Yeah, what, like 05 older to, is that what you're calling the older one? Like an 05 to or an 03 to a 2011? I have a friend of mine that has a truck that's taken. And I think it happened on a cold day when it started. Runs like a champ. No issues at all. Full nuts, everything. Runs like a champ, but lifter noise. Hey, what's up, Squirrel? How are you, bro? Really? Oh, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching me from there. Welcome to the channel. Really appreciate it. Pull up a chair. How's it going there? Is your weather decent? Probably is, right? Now, what is it, though? Nice. Weather's probably beautiful where you're at, eh? Good to hear, Squirrel. Good to hear. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but it's a Denali, right? Spent big money on it when he bought it, right? What was that? Even back when he bought it. I forget. It's got to be a 2010. I'm thinking it's got to be. Maybe a 2011. I don't know. He can't be older than that. No, it's... No, that was still an expensive truck then. What's up, Steel City? It's going all right, Steel City, bro. You? How you making out? You feeling better? If it's that same sickness, you're just starting to be able to get up and get around. I don't know if it's that same sickness or how it's affecting you, but Paul's way, I'm curious to know how you would get smoke inside in the gas tank, because the seal's in there and you'd have to watch it evaporate up, no? I don't get how you do that. Steel City's in the house. We're talking about my evap leak code for the gas tank. It's a common issue with my truck, right? It's the same one, eh? You're up. Yeah, but for 3 days, dude, I was cold and freezing. I wouldn't have been able to gruff it out. 2 days. Well, yeah. Okay, that's for the vacuum line. But would that make it to the gas tank? Here's another question I got for you then, Paul. What do you think of that seafoam stuff? Okay, cool. Okay. What do you guys think of that seafoam? No, we have Starbucks. I mean, I think we could have. I guess we don't have even numbers of Starbucks to Tim Hortons yet, but there's a lot of Starbucks, man. And every day there's another Starbucks being built. I know that for a fact. Like, there's Starbucks are popping up everywhere. And they've been popping up everywhere for a while, but I know for a fact in the last year, our Starbucks is, and over the years, they just always growing. You have people that won't go to Tim Hortons and they will just have their Starbucks, eh? Yeah, I know that's where my problem is. So I either watch a video here now on it. Yeah, that'll be they're kind of similar. So Starbucks is that next level. Depends. It's okay, how do you guys want to explain that, eh? Starbucks to Tim Hortons. Like, what's the best way to compare those two? Anybody want to do that for Escar? And Tim Hortons is kind of going not towards a fast food place, but it kind of partially is a little bit. You guys know what? You guys know, hey, listen to this one. Pardon me to say hey like that, but you know, all things country there. All things country. You know what? Tim Hortons should be giving that guy some free gift cards or something. Like head office, corporate Tim Hortons should be sponsoring that guy, I think. Bro, you guys realize I've had an apple fritter every day this week? You guys think I would have had an apple fritter if we didn't have folks in here talking about fritters? Those apple fritters we keep talking about on this channel the last couple of weeks. I've had an apple fritter every day and I wouldn't have never had one all week. Yeah, bro. Escar, you see that? Steel Cities of... Do you see that comment? Yeah, it's really good. They are really good. Every day they've been great. Every one I've had, guess what I do with it too? So I get it. We always got some defrost running. Floor and defrost, right? For warmth and heat. 5 minutes up under the window, the dash, boom. It's a warm apple fritter. Even better. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry I missed it. I bet you it was amazing. I'm going to rewatch it. I'm going to rewatch that with sound too because I want to hear what he's saying. Get some every year. You put that through the vacuum system or you put it in the gas tank and burn it? Or do you throw that in the... What system do you technically, how do you work with that, Pulseway? I've seen people disconnect a line, like the vacuum line, and put it in there. Am I right by saying that? So I think what it is I think I've heard people say, well, I know I've heard people say, oh, it's too ritzy for me. I'll grab my Timmy's. Some people also say Timmy's is too much for them. It's, or whatever. But there you go. There you go. Yeah, so like a nice Starbucks cappuccino or latte, caramel latte. I'd like one of those once in a while, for sure. I just don't pass by Starbucks a lot, even though I do pass by them. I guess I do pass by them, but no, I don't. I like it. But yeah, I can barely afford the Timmy's, bruh. I got this bought for me, buddy, at work today. But it ended up going cold, and then it sat in my console and was pretty much iced. And then when I got home, I poured it into a pot and I warmed it up. And you have money to spend. Like if you have some disposable income to spend on that, you know, yeah. But I mean, you know, some people will tell you these add up because you add up. A lot of times people will go a coffee and sometimes a breakfast sandwich. Timmy's has wraps and tons of different foods. Bagels, donuts, tons of food, right? Okay. Yeah, you know what? I mean, I can't afford I can't afford, you know, even $5 coffees. I really can't, you know. $4 coffees, whatever. I can't. Like, look at it this way, guys. Okay. You know how much I paid for a watermelon the other day? Because my little toddlers, they love watermelon, hey? Like, love watermelon. 16 bucks, $16, dude, for a watermelon. And I know it's the time of year we're in and stuff. I mean, we're in January, but that just... I paid 16 bucks for a watermelon. Does that sound like a lot? We're talking about something that grows in the ground. Paid 16 bucks. But it's something my little guy, they you know, it's a, isn't it? Most definitely. Let me double check that that's what it was. I could be thinking of two different things. If not, it was $12.99. So it was either, but let me get the facts on that. How much was that watermelon again? It was 13, $12.99. Okay, yeah, my bad. All right, my bad, guys. It wasn't 16. That's why I wanted to clarify that. That was it was $12.99. $12.99. Same thing though. Might as well be 16 bucks at that price. No, 13. Yeah, it was 13, but it like you say, at 13, it might as well be 16 at that point. Like, you know. But you know what? It's yeah, I get it. I get that, Steel City, and so did I guess. And I didn't have it in my lunches for school or anything. Bro, like, you know, the cocktail cups now and stuff. You know, they used to be made and even manufactured. They had a plant in Burlington at one point. Did you know that? What was it? And then it moved out of the country or whatever, right? Isn't that the one that moved out of the country? That's good. You get it for nothing, right? Yeah, that they had. I know they had a plant right at the highway, and I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, so do we, bud. Okay, yeah, you do have those fruit trees. We do too, and it's free, eh? You have them on your property, or they're on the side of the road, and people can just kind of help themselves. Meh. You guys do stuff for one another, and they give you fruit. Is that how that is? Oh, really? Oh. Huh. Yeah, the Hershey plant's still there in the West End. That's good, at least. And then there's yeah, an ED moved too, didn't it? Didn't that one move too? Or is it still there? Oh, really? They're canning fruit? Okay, good, good. Nice. Yeah, we have fruit trees too, like especially where I am, like not far from here, I should say, like you know, a half hour not far away, there's lots of fruit trees here and well, that's the thing, yeah, you got to preserve them yourself, and that's how we want to do that this year. So like guaranteed in June, I'm making the time for it. Because I don't want to buy jam. I want to go pick in strawberries with the kids and make our jam for the year. Strawberry jam. You know? Okay, so probably we'd go through 2 jams a month, maybe. Maybe a little more than that if it's real tasty. 3 jams a month, so 3 times 12. They'd get sick of it, I bet, and wouldn't eat as much after a while, maybe, eh? Yeah, so do I. Yeah, I want to try it out for sure. I don't know if fly fishing is going to be up my alley. I mean, fishing with flies is, no doubt. I don't know. I don't want to invest, well, I don't want to invest money into it at this, like, current time. If I come across a fly rod, I know there's some inexpensive ones, and everybody's talked about it on here. Paul Sway's mentioned it. Maybe even, yeah, it's all, yeah, oh, you do? Oh, you guys do, eh, Paul? Right on. Yeah, so was I saying there? Yeah, fly fishing. I know everyone's mentioned I can get an inexpensive fly rod and it'd still be decent and do the trick. You know what I found about fly fishing and people I've met on the water in the creeks that are fly fishing? They didn't fish much before. They didn't fish. They didn't fish like I do with the bottom fishing on the catfish. They didn't fish like, you know, trolling for a walleye or catching perch, or they started fishing flies. And a couple of guys I met on my creek here, I was on live the one time talking to them. I don't know if you guys, a guy I was talking to once on, I don't know if anyone was there for that, but that's here now. But yeah, that guy there, he didn't fish before. He just, I think he walked past someone. He said he walked past somebody fly fishing, or one of his friends did or something. He tried it, and then boom, and that's all he does. He won't flee. And I was like, oh, right on, you know, you should fish with a spinner too, or you should fish with spinning combos and things like that too. And the guy was like, no, I'm a fly angler. That's it. Yeah, like, I'm not sure if fly fishing would be for me. Maybe fun to do, and I'd probably maybe enjoy it, but I don't know. Hey, you can't knock it till you try it, in the sense it's not going to hurt my health if I try fly fishing, I don't think, right? So, why not, eh? Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Does this make any sense to you guys? If when I'm sinking bottom for catfish or whatever, I'm multitasking. I'm always checking out nature. I'm always checking out the rocks and stones. I'm always checking out this. If I'm live, I'm live. If not, I'm filming, like with my GoPro or whatever. Even if I don't do anything with the footage, I've had a GoPro strapped on fishing for, I don't know, I got lots of old footage and SD cards too, but I'm just not happy with the footage, you know? Or whatever. It's just not, maybe I got more comfortable chatting, or, you know, just got more comfortable a bit. So that's why new stuff I don't mind posting or playing with or whatever, but well, that's the thing, and I can't have that right now, Paul's Way, this year. I really can't. I can't have, it's what it is. It's, you know, this year I can't. I'm gonna be able to afford to fish, and I'm gonna fish a lot as always. Like, I mean, this year I left my boat parked. This year that passed, I left it parked for most of the season. I didn't use it much, you know, and I just didn't want the. I enjoyed the river, I really did, and I enjoyed different spots and the creek close by. I saved some money. I worked, had bills to pay, but I'm obviously going to be doing good fishing still, and I'm going to be using the boat a lot. Come May and stuff like that will be a time where I'm in better kind of shape, is the plan. Be able to afford a little more boat fishing, you know. Yeah, so it was maple. It's a maple they're trying to take down. It's huge. And it's And then like, so I'll multitask, okay, as I'm fishing bottom. And then when that rod moves, it's like my mind gets to go, whoa, it moved. And I'm now, like, that's the multitasking part. Doing other things or whatever and enjoying, but also peripheral vision's on that rod tip at all times. You get what I mean? So it's like a mind, it's like, it's healthy for my mind. Okay. You know what I mean? Busy, keeping busy, this, that, watching the rod, doing this, doing that, looking at some rocks, checking the minnow net, you know, boom. But even if I'm 3 feet or 6 feet this way, if I'm gonna get some wood for a campfire or whatever, your peripheral vision is pretty much always on the go. I think once this year I got a fish and I don't know, I was collecting a couple pieces of wood, and I think I was on live. Do you guys remember that? And I was right there, and I swear I looked at my rod and I just turned away for a second. But I think I had already gotten a bite before that, like it already gone like this or something like that, or I don't know if it went like this, and then finally once I looked, I come back and everyone was like, fish, fish, fish. You guys remember? Paul, you were probably there for that. I think Steel City was there. It was one of the... Now I even forget what kind of fish that was. Caught it. Oh, it might have been it was a bluegill. That's right, it was a big bluegill. Yeah, right on, Paul Sway. Yeah, you were there, yeah. And literally, I'm always watching that rod. If I run up to my truck, I reel in my line. I can lock it into something down there and make sure, but I don't. There's always that, no, you got to keep an eye on your rod. You always got to be there. I think there's a law. Is there a law that you got to watch your rod or be so close to it? Or is there a law that we have to attend to that rod? Anyways, when I even go to the truck, I reel it in or whatever, just because or within so many feet away, or I don't know. Forget what it is. Way back in the day, you could use way back in the day, you could use frog, right? Live frog. Way back in the day. Hey, what's up, Eric? What's going on? Yeah, I appreciate it, Squirrel. Thank you. Oh, and that was your personal best. Ah, yeah. Yeah. No, I don't know, but way back in the day, you could use a frog, right? I don't know what year they made that, changed that law. It's been a while now. Like, maybe it might even have been a law for 20 years now. So if you were like 10, yeah. Did you take that home, Michigan? What dropped in numbers? Eric, what dropped in numbers? Oh, the frogs. The frogs. Right. Okay. Yeah. Pardon me. Yeah. What do you mean? The thing was just dirty? Nice garden. If it's hogs, bro, if it's hogs, that would be okay to do. Like anything else, I don't think should be allowed to be hunted from a helicopter, but a hog? Yeehaw. You know? It's one thing that can really take over and really affect us as people. And like humans, those things could outbreed us. Kidding me? And then they rip up all the food, and then that hurts us. We don't have our food. Yeah, only hogs, yeah. Nice and cold up there, Eric. Little break coming in the weather, but it's probably really good, eh? You still there, bro? Why do they have high fences? Is that to keep... Yeah, for sure. Yeah, same down here. I've been working a lot, though, a lot of hours. I worked 12 hours today. Well, 11.5 paid hours after deducting my lunch, right? So about 6 to 6. Okay, I didn't know that, Steel City. I don't know these things, man. I just thought frogs were off limits nowadays unless they're artificial. I didn't know that. Appreciate you. Yeah, Florida. In Florida garden, yeah. Keep game in or out. And also, not trying to be funny here, but that can keep people out of your property too, right? Cruising through or cutting past or whatever, usually, right? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I'm glad you double checked. Yeah, I'm not trying. Was that a nice way to put it? Maybe people without green cards? I'm not too sure, bro. I mean, hey, man. You know? I don't know nothing about it. I know I've always heard good things about living in Texas. I've never heard negative things, really. And as much as okay, you think it's bordering maybe a place that people want to cut through to come, or you know what? I've always heard a lot of awesome things about Texas, and it's. Unbelievable, man. That's pretty neat, Michigan. Huh. I bet you big money, but yeah, I don't think I'd want to hunt either. I wouldn't want to hunt any of those, I don't think. Right, and you know, what do you mean by that? I got you, Garden. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about neither, Michigan, when you guys are talking about windows rack them. Is that what you're asking about, Askar? Whether or not that's the window racking? Is that what you're question marking? What they're talking about? Oh, what? It's sitting on the window ledge? Right. Huh. I still don't. Oh, in the back window. Oh, what, of your truck? Shotgun racks in the back window of your truck? Ah. But if you're, huh, if you're going hunting for the day, I guess on your own property you could, couldn't you? Guys, I'm gonna grab a Coca-Cola if you don't mind. You all good in here? Yeah, right on. I haven't had I haven't had a pop today. First one. I've had 3 coffees, including this one, I guess. 1 Coke. I'd really like to catch one of those. So hang on, you're from Florida as well, eh? Is that right? Right on. I'll buy Pepsi when it's on sale. If I can save $3 on a case of pop, whatever's cheaper. But name brand. It's either Coca-Cola or Pepsi, one of the two. Not that I don't like a no name, or I shouldn't say no name, other brands of pop, like other. It's just when it comes to the pricing now, I mean, I might as well just buy Pepsi or Coke. I'll buy 30 packs from Costco, and sometimes they can be $10.99, $11.99. I don't know, something in and around there. That's not bad. Maybe that's 24 packs that are that price, but anyways, it's fine. That's it's not too bad of a deal. As long as you don't have a criminal record, is that right? Guys in Florida there? As long as you have no criminal background, am I right? Hey guys, is that the rule in Florida? Oh, okay. Yes, that as long as you have. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. You're a border state, though, Michigan. Do you think that has anything to do with that? Oh, I guess Texas. Well, Florida's not a border state. It's bordering Cuba. It's bordering. It's not a border state, really. It's bordering the ocean. But yeah, there you go. Exactly, there you go. Yeah, that must be where I seen people walking around. Like as I was younger, I've gone to Michigan and I've been to Detroit and all that. Um, Maybe that's where I seen a lot of people walking around with guns. I guess in Florida I seen a little bit. Oh, garden. So what you're saying is it can only be concealed, constitutional carry. You can't be flashing it around or whatever. Hmm. What's the hunting fishing deal? Oh, it's a map. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, fair. Yeah, that's cool. Which makes sense to me. I think that's the way a Canadian would think about, or say an Ontario, someone from here would think about it. Yeah, you don't. It doesn't exist, kind of. Oh, right. I see. I've heard of that one before. I've heard of that one. And I think there's videos on people practicing that right. And the person's going fishing, they got their stuff, and they're going fishing, and, oh. If you're going fishing? If you're going fishing, you can? Yeah, going fishing. Yeah, that's the way it should be. Come on. If I'm going down to the harbor to catch some fish, I need to pack eat. Right? Yeah, they got to straighten up our laws around here. Yeah, just, you know, hmm. That won't happen. Yeah, no, like it'll be state to state to states would be different. That's not gonna happen. Yeah, that's just, yeah. Guys, that's not gonna happen. I think 2 Canadian politicians just offered to buy 2 states off you guys. No doubt, I get the point that, yeah, it would be very good because you know how loaded we are with actual minerals and all that, oil and everything up here? There's lots. He knows it. We have rights where it doesn't get touched, and all this battery stuff going on. We have the minerals, right? We have the Arctic, right? The Arctic is Canadian, is Canada. So yeah, it's quite the place, and it's like the biosphere of the world partially too, in a sense, right? All the fresh water anyone could dream of having, and none of that. No gators, pythons, crocs, or sharks. Well, there's sharks in the ocean. There's great whites off in the Atlantic there, right? They migrate, don't they, to like Nova Scotia and all that area. Yeah, yeah. And we don't sell it. Like we don't. That's the thing. Yeah. It's what's that? The fragging and or whatever it is. So all I don't know why it could be carton minerals everywhere, selling it all over the place. I don't get it, but it just stays there in the ground. Well, a lot of it does or whatever. No, no, I get it, Garden. They're just not gonna. Yeah, it's pretty entertaining stuff, though, isn't it? Like literally, honestly, it's pretty entertaining. Sadly, I mean, no one's getting hurt over here. You're not getting. No one's there up here, that way. You know. But if yeah, yeah, no, we're people to people, dude. We're all working this. It's almost like sometimes it's like watching not a movie, but you know, if you look into some of the things I hear on. Uh, oh man, I swear I see oil bubbling out of the ground at fishing spots and swamps. What's oil? It's broken down, Pat. Right? Yeah. But here's the deal, guys. This is what I think about this whole. I'll talk about what I think my mind thinks of the tariffs. Tariffs on all this stuff, and then Canada does the same. Guys, politicians and all that stuff, and all the corporate, they're not hurt. It's me, you, and everyone else are just going to pay more for goods. And there was already inflation, so we're just going to pay more for goods. Both sides. Not just here, there, you know? Like both on everything, on anything, vice versa. Whether it's anything, like it's, I don't know. It's us, it's the people. We're going to pay more for stuff. You're going to pay more for 2x4s, I think, right? And we're going to pay more for stuff that we get from you guys. That's it. The consumer is, not no one else. So us, the people, both sides of the border, are just going to pay more for stuff. That's it. It's only going to harm anybody but us. It's us ourselves, the consumer. Whether it's we're going to pay more. That's it. We're going to pay 25% more on stuff, and so is the other side. Win-win for both parties, right? In a sense, we're taxed more. Done. That's it. That's the way I kind of look at it. So it's all one big hoopla of whatever. The people are going to get taxed more, and it's supposed to be the opposite. You guys are supposed to pay less for things. We're supposed to pay less for things in coming years and times, right? Isn't that what's supposed to be promised to us all? Pay less for things, less inflation, bring things back down to a market, to a, you know. Uh, a lot of stuff's left out, right? But that's okay. Just like anything, but it's good. You know what, people, we get along great. It's at the end of the day, we're paying more, we're taxed more, and that's the bottom line. Stone Cold says so, right? No, it's all of it is one big hoopla of having the people pay more, taxed more, paid more, both sides. That's it. Yeah. The more factories that are there and the more things, the more people that need to be willing to work, fill those jobs. Even though there's population for the jobs, not everybody wants to work. They want to live in the mountains, or they want to live down the road in the, not trying to be funny. And then it's like, okay, guys, we need workers. We got all these factories. We got to open the borders and bring people over for these jobs. You never know. It can go any which way. And like it's all one big. No, I don't want to make $50 a week. No, I don't want to make $60 a week. But how much is a loaf of bread? If I'm getting paid $60 a week, I guess it all depends on what it's costing me for stuff. You pay me $60 a week, but bread is 10 cents. Okay. Not if, Escar, not if bread's only costing you 10 cents a loaf. Right? Or 5 cents a loaf or whatever. And if gas is like, I don't know, what it used to be way back when people made $60 a week and paid 2 cents for a loaf of bread or whatever it was. We are matching California's pricing for gas. And because you got to remember there's an exchange rate too, and that it works out that I think it worked it out that we pay the same as California. We pay cheaper than Hawaii. I think Hawaii pays the most for gas at anywhere in the, potentially, is that anywhere in the world? Hawaii actually it costs a lot to get gas in Hawaii. It's an island, right? But yeah, like our minimum wage is $16 an hour, right? Oh, where are you? Right on, Ascar. Cool. Yeah, right on. Yeah, I've worked with a lot of folks born in Mexico, eh? They've always complimented my work ethic. Right on, that's cool. I bought my truck used. It's broken in just perfectly. It's mint. I love it still. I don't gotta worry about it too. It's no big deal. I don't got it. It's still nice. It's not rusty. It's in good shape, mechanically, and all the way across the board. It's not too old. And I paid $30 for it. Boom. Well, if you look at it that way, no, this is how it works. Look at our paychecks being taxed 20%. Call it that, 20%. And it depends on your situation too. And if you invest, that comes off what you shrinks your income. So then they taxed you at what the income was before you invested a bit, and then you get a chunk back, so tax free, or a kickback and an investment, and then there's like all this different stuff, right? There's but no, if you want to look at it that way, garden, way more than 40, because everything or in every stage of the dollar is taxed again. Not for all food items anymore and stuff like that, but you're still charging me $13 for a watermelon. That's what I paid. We paid for a watermelon. Tasty watermelon, but $13. Oh yeah, great. I got an unopened bottle of tequila still. Oh yeah, man. I got an unopened bottle of the tequila. They'd be bearing gifts. No, I got a friend of mine hooked me up with it. Straight from Mexico. It's pretty cool. Very nice. Oh yeah, did you go bass fishing there? Or was that ocean fishing, obviously? If you're in Cancun? Or was there inland bass ponds and little lakes? I don't know. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Right, right, right. Yeah. One thing, jokes, while we're on that topic, jokes I used to hear back when I was younger and stuff, whether it was from adults or older people, or, they'd be talking about taxes and they'd say, oh, one day, imagine we got taxed for the air. We do now. We actually do. And I mean, we're in a country that has more trees and can clean the whole world of all the, you know. And some carbon is needed. I don't know. I'm not a. Yeah, the air, man. The air, we get taxed for air. It's called the carbon tax, man. I just blew out carbon. The carbon tax. I'm kidding. Right? Pay taxes, eat cows. I'm just being funny, guys. Yeah. At the same time, dude, if I were to need, like, okay, if I need health care, I'm a working dude. I pay taxes. I get up every day. I go to work. I have a spot in the where I'm doing something for the. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Getting up every day, going to work, doing something, coming back, getting paid. I'm part of the whole, right? And that's a just that's the way it is. And but if I need, so having said that, there is a lot of freedoms involved in that. If I needed, okay, fine. If I needed police services, you know how quick they'd be here? Very fast. If I needed an ambulance or a fire, they're right over here, man. No time at all. I will have an ambulance to sirens right on to medical assist me if I need it. I get up, there's a paved road, they salt it. I mean, that has to be for me to be able to commute, to do what I'm supposed to do, and go to work and pay all parts of the system or whatever, right? Yeah, and some people say it's not as free. Well, some things aren't, but it is. It is free. I mean, it's we're taxed for it, and it's part of that tax as we get off our checks and all this and all that stuff and everything. And so we're protected. We need police. We need anything. Yeah, okay. They say we can't, but man, we need. It's all right there. Like it's uh And if you're a working taxpayer getting up doing that, you're looked out for. Like you're a valuable piece of society in a sense. Not to be rude, that's the way I look at it. That they look at it. That's what I think. Oh, really? If I call them right now and say someone's trying to jimmy into my house, what do I do? And hey, I have a family of 5 in here or 6 of us, and I'm if what they're going to be here in a flash, and I also have them online just in case, say, um, because man, I couldn't, how could I not, how could anybody not, no one's going to go like this if they charge into someone's house. No man, I don't think any person like a father is going to, so like, that's what you do, you phone, they'll be, that man, boom, 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 like, dude, they'll be here so fast. Or anything. Like, I mean, I'm sorry to hear that it took that long, Paul's way. But I guess they do. They're like, oh, anybody in immediate danger, maybe Paul's way, bro. And if there's immediate danger, like immediate danger, they're going to be here in a couple minutes. Um, I live in like, it's beautiful. There's no, it's like a paradise, technically, right? Out and about, and our nature out here, and the freedoms I have, and I don't know. I think it's a pretty good life. I mean, yeah, I have to work and work hard and go to work and put my hours in and pay my dues and pay bills, but it's a good life, if you ask me. No complaints, one bit. Right. That's what I mean. And that goes for almost all of Ontario. If you're not, yeah, yeah, good point, Steel City. There you go. It's very safe. Right. Well, what was that? Was that Florida? Is it Florida? Or is it South Carolina? Or is it, what's that? There's a news post, and they said if they, what they say? they were like suggesting to the public, like, hey, man, if you're gonna make sure you do it, or what's this thing I've seen it a bunch of times on, come across it, and I don't know what state. It was down there somewhere. I don't know if it was Florida or not. You guys know the story I'm talking about? I don't know, and then they did like a conference or something, public conference, and the police were like, have at it or something. I don't know. I don't know. I know I'm not saying full parts of the story, but okay, maybe that's the one. Right. That's the way it should be here. Even if that's the way it should be here, and even if I think, and even if, okay, we're not allowed to carry out there, go to the grocery store and do all that stuff, but at least it would get the message across, people not to break into people's places. Am I right? Well, there's that one. And my point exactly, Garden. No one should be. Dude, if someone rang my doorbell right now, I wouldn't answer it. I'm not expecting anybody, man. If someone knocked on my door right now, I wouldn't be answering it. Literally. I'm not expecting anybody. I think it's pretty amazing when my doorbell goes off. I just sit here and like it's not happening. Or knock, knock, knock. Keep on knocking, but you can't come in unless I'm expecting somebody, you know? What's up, games? What's happening? What do you mean? Explain that more. Their team. All right, on, cool. Already 9:17, eh, guys? That's all right. That's okay. Okay, I hope everybody's not me, but I hope everybody, all these office people are working from home tomorrow. I want clear highways tomorrow, guys. Clear highways. Anybody getting any ice reports? I'll say Paul's Way, or Steel City. I don't know if you're there or not, but you guys seen anything on Facebook about fishing spots and thicknesses and stuff? I don't have Facebook, so I can't. Don't keep running it, games. Catalytic converters could be plugged. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, don't keep running it. It'll blow all the seals in the motor and stuff, and then it'll be sweating oil. I think. That can happen, right, guys? Am I right by that? Yeah, do not start that truck, man, until you get that thing open, bro. Don't. I've never heard of a vehicle being that plugged, man. Honestly, I've heard of too much back pressure and a catalytic converter plugging up, but I've never heard of it nothing coming out of the back. What, pour it in with the oil, you mean? What do you mean? In the gas? What do you mean? Oh, okay. Yeah, but that thing sounds too plugged. Am I wrong? Come on. That thing's plugged. Or his exhaust valves aren't opening, but could it even fire at that point? Because the other valve wouldn't be. That's so. Never heard of that where nothing's coming out of the back. I wouldn't run it if it's got a plug up, man. Boxler, what's up? Yeah, don't ask me. I don't know. No, I'm not. I don't know what's wrong with your truck. But I know if exhaust wasn't coming out and it was running and it had no power, I would not run that truck, and I could only assume it was plugged up big time. Catalytic converter was just so. Must be. I don't know how long's that truck been sitting for. Oh, that's cool, Paul's way. It's not plugged, you don't think, Games? Oh, wait a minute. So it's. Huh. want to get my tranny fluid changed, but they got to drop the oil pan, obviously, so it's got to be done at the dealership. My truck, they're not even able to do a transmission transfusion on mine. Where a lot of cars are doing that with, they're just... Oh, that's what 2 different oil shops told me anyways. That's what I want to do with mine. At the dealer, I guess. I don't know. I wish they could just do a transfusion on it, so I just knew there was new fluid pumped into it at least. I did the differentials a few months back or whatever. I think I looked at it the other day. I have 44% oil life left, so I'm halfway there. When it says 20%, it's just time in the kilometers, right? I'll go get it done. Like oil-wise, I get those done early. Maybe every 4,000 kilometers, which is nothing. But for my warranty, I'm every 5,000 kilometers oil change in that, so. And I have that for another year, I guess. Maybe another year plus. Yeah, lobster would be good. What am I missing? My truck's not, but it's all factory exhaust. Yeah, I know. That's why I put the Chevy synthetic, like what I'm supposed to put in there. Full synthetic, just what's registered for my truck through Chevy. Yeah, but not for my warranty. I'm not good for the kilometers there. Sure, my warranty's 5,000 K. Just the way they did. I'm pretty sure it is. I want to get my differentials, or no, I know I did the transfer case fluid change is what I did. And I want to get the differentials done. Hey guys. Oh, we're good. We're good. No? Not till midnight. Just hang on 1 second, alright guys? I'll be 2 seconds. What do you got to show me? how much? Here. Okay. Had to go somewhere quick, Games. I'm back though. Had to do something quickly there, bro. That's what the buffering was all about. Hang on a second, okay, guys? You guys, it's not gonna buffer, but I'm just muting you for 1 second. I just have something going on here, quick. Hang on here. Man, dude. Whoops. Hey guys, I'm just doing a sound check here. Okay, 1 second, too. 1 second. Oh, there we go, guys. Pardon me. Yeah, that sounds great. Well, it looks like Sunday, but that's okay. Yeah, it's all right. I'll get out there Sunday, I guess. 5. Yeah, it's fine. It's 5 of good ice too, I bet. That's the thing. The way it froze. Froze the same night that little lake there froze. Yeah, that's fine. Let people get on it on Saturday and stuff like that, and then yeah, I guess I'll go Sunday. You know, I think that if not, I'll wait a week. It's the way it goes. Ice ain't going nowhere, and I'm not worried. I'll catch fish regard like there'll be fish for me to catch when I do get there. Nice. No, because I'm gonna go with my son, right? So as soon as he hears Long Point, he's gonna be like, I'm down. So 5 inches. Yeah, I know. So if I had a sitter for Saturday, I'd work Saturday and take Wednesday off, and that would be a nice day for fishing during the week, but yeah, I put 49 hours in last week, like taking off my lunches and all that. Last week, 49 hours, pretty good. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can't do another social media thing. YouTube and that's it. I don't want to go on Facebook. I don't, you know, I was listening to the radio today, and they were actually talking about social media, and like they're doing some study, and I don't know, it's about how people overall, you know, whether it's moods or on the amount of different, I don't know, I heard that on the radio. I don't know if it's true or not, but Games, what's the truck, man? What's the year, make, and model of it, if you don't mind? What's the year, make, and model of that truck, man? It's got a 350 in it. It's got a 350 and it's a truck? What year's that, baby? Okay, they had, okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, right on. $350 in those, eh? The V8's a 350. Cool. You know what Chevy motor I really liked? Really liked, and they were in a lot of the older 1500s, GMC 1500s and stuff like that. The 305, man. The Chevy 305. Yeah, the older Chevy 305s. Good motor. Carbureted motor. I wanted one of those trucks. GMC 1500 with the 305 in it. Really? Well, I don't know. Boss he had this truck, and he had it for, there was a big long story behind it. And I used to give him a hand on his own, just buying and selling places and stuff. So I was younger, right? I didn't have all the, so I go give him a hand sometimes after work. Anyways, we used his 305 all the time to do dump runs from his houses and stuff. Like, he'd just park it there, and you know, you'd fill, like, if you're taking down lath and plaster and all that stuff to, you know, insulate it, switch it over to drywall, update, whatever. We just lug the loads into there. Man, that truck would take a monster load of lath and plaster or whatever renovation materials. That 305 was so fun to drive, man. Was so fun to drive. Not for necessarily, like, it was not, you know, it was, I don't know, I loved that truck. And after driving that truck, like, to the dump and stuff, at times, man, I always wanted one of my own. Like, if I had a place where I had, like, multiple parking spots, I probably would have already had one of those. Like, just sitting around, right? Not a daily driver, but... Yeah. Oh, really? No, this thing must not have had that transmission, bud. No. Or maybe it did. I don't know. I was younger, but we used it for dump runs. It's not like I was cruising around giving her, jumping on it. It hauled good weight around, like, I mean, but it's not like I was driving it like a muscle car or anything. It was literally just straight put it in gear, straight normal driving. I don't know. I didn't notice it being powerless, but I don't think I was jumping on the throttle tons at the same time too. And I drove it multiple times. Not like I only drove it once or twice. But it always had a load in it, and I guess coming back from the dump it didn't have a load in it. I don't know. The C65? V6? Well, the only Vortec I've ever owned was the 4.3. 6-cylinder 4.3. Yeah. No complaints. Great motor. Yeah. Nothing would ever happen to it, that's the thing. Did I do anything to that? Oil leaks. But that was kilometers. It had the kilometers on it, so that's why. Like lines and seals. What else? I did the starter on it, and it needed the ABS module. Or whatever. The ABS light on. What's up, David? Yeah, but Binbrook is an awesome adventure, but Long Point opens like that, man. The OUTFIShes would be awesome out there. Oh, man. No, I gotta hit up Long Point. Sucks, is I don't want to spend, because I like the Navionics. I don't want to update that. I don't want to spend that on my, I don't want to spend it. $80 or whatever, right, to my phone. I'll see if it's come down at all, but That '09 Canyon you have, what's that? With the what? Is that the 5-cylinder one? That 5-cylinder? Yeah. I don't know, they always worried me. Like, I always loved the look of it and stuff, but I didn't want to buy the 5-cylinder one. I don't know why. It just seemed like I liked them. I liked the looks of them, especially when they came out. I was leery about the 5-cylinder. Oh yeah, no, the ice is, yeah, for sure, David. Ice is coming along apparently. Steel City was just mentioning that there might be 5 inches on Long Point on the inner bay there. How you been doing, David? Doing any ice fishing or getting out and about at all, or how the dog's doing and all that? How's the missus? Everything going cool? Steel City, you there, bro? I haven't been down. I've been working a lot of hours, David. All right, peace out, eh? Peace out, games. Full-time hockey, yeah, that's fun. I mean, that's healthier, right, David? You know, that's I would imagine that people are at Bayfront for sure. I don't know. You know, last time Steel City was down at the harbor, when was that? I thought there would have been a little bit of thin ice. There you are. Yeah, the boat launch is iced, and I'll guarantee people are attempting it and fishing it, but you haven't checked, eh? And I don't think Pier 7, I mean, I guess it, I don't know whether Pier 7 is, betcha Pier 7 is growing some ice. I don't think it's safe to walk on, but I don't know. It seems to Pier 4, that strip will freeze up first. It's that shallow water, right? Pier 7, I've seen years past. You can go on YouTube. You can put ice fishing Williams. There's a couple videos you'll find of, I don't think the ones I found they caught anything, but well, I looked at Coots from the Highway today, and yeah, it looked like it was frozen, of course, which it is, and it looked like there was some cracking, which that's ice growing, right? Same thing at Binbrook. I see a big crack in the ice there, but that's just, you can tell it's just growing ice, and it's locked up, and it's you know, it's but yeah, we'll see. I mean, Long Point's that shallower water, so again, if that inner bay freezes up, I mean, I've had luck in, maybe if I go Sunday, I'll go Old Cut side. Who knows? Instead of going to Collins, just for the first time, go Old Cut side. I've got some monster fish in 4 feet of water out there. You know, just for the first time, getting out there. Don't go out, I don't want to go out too far. Make sure the whole world's going out there and stuff first, I guess. Well, like, the old cut probably has bubblers going close to their docks. If that's what you mean. Yeah, it's hard to say, that channel, but where you can walk off, you got to pay to park. You got to pay to park or whatever, but, and it's a little bit of a walk. You know what? Collins would be better. Nah, I guess I shouldn't say that. No, it's hard to say. I don't know. Wind was coming from the west on those lighter wind days too. Even the heavy winds were coming from the west, so old cut side should be thicker ice, I would think. I don't know that for a fact, but I don't know. The conditions on where your buddy was looking at, was that old cut side or was that, you know, Collins Harbor side, or I like Collins Harbor for the winter fishing, man, because the minnows are right there. Always has been. I've not gone there once and he hasn't had minnows, especially in the ice season. For sure in the ice season, every time he had minnows. He opens a shuttle up too, eh? Yeah, no doubt. I bet you. Yeah, that makes sense because it's the west, or it's that. Yeah, it's that west pocket, and it's shallow. Which is shallow out the other way to start out so far too, but yeah. They catching any fish, man? I'm familiar with the old cut. I started my ice fishing journey on the old cut. It's the first place I ever ice fished in my life, and it was amazing. That's when I was renting with an outfitter, and I was constant every Friday. I had Fridays off at the time, and every Friday I'd book a hut. It was cheap, and it'd always be a friend that came, so that was $120 at that point, at that time. Shuttle you out, scoop you minnows, all you need minnows. You need more, they'll just fill you up with more minnows. Keep fishing, check on you. Oh man, good times. So a couple of times the ice wasn't as thick and or whatever it was, and the huts were in closer to shore. So once I got the hut that was right as close to shore as you know, and it was shallow water, but we nailed them. The hut operator, I swear, when he come over and said, "How you guys making out?" I'm like, "Well, we got a few," and I'm holding up big jumbos, eh? Like big ones. They were just right in tight to that ice for whatever reason. They were, and I could see the look on his face when he was looking at her fish. None of the huts out there were doing well at all that day at all, apparently. And then there's us right in tight, you know, right in tight, slamming them. It was awesome. That was myself and my son. Some big perch. Any pike that day? There was mud puppies. It was perch, and I think my buddy caught a good pike my first time, and it was me. I was slamming big perch. It was awesome. I was happy. Yeah, it was. Oh yeah. So, and I can walk to that spot right now that hut was at, roughly that same area. Check that shallow water. No, I mean, it's early season. If there's 5 inches of ice, is it 5 everywhere? Like, who knows, man? How far out is it 5? You know? It's that there's locals there that start checking the ice out, and once they're on the ice, that's how I go on the ice. once that outfitter's up and going, I know I can walk all over the place out there, which I'm curious to see. I'll go to the one outfitters webpage. Oops. Dude, I think they're opening this Saturday, bro. Dude, is there that much ice already? Look now. Dude. Oh, hang on. I don't think they're opening this Saturday. Pardon me. But when you go on Google and you type it in, it says closed, open Saturday at 7 a.m. And I'm like, I'll call them. We target perch and pike. I bet you the huts are going to be in those shallower areas right now when they first get out there, right? This guy knows the ice. He's been out there a long time. He knows it off the back of his hand, man. Yeah. Well, you check it out. This place I could go live from, Garden. Could go live from this spot on the ice. That'll probably be, dude, there's ice. I'm gonna highly debate on making this happen on Sunday, and I'll go live Sunday from. It won't change it. It won't let you pick a date. Okay, it's not bad. Oh no, they changed it a bit. Oh no, they changed it. It's 70 a person plus HST, but it's 280 for 4 people plus HST is how it works out. Because it's a minimum with a minimum rental fee of 280 plus HST, so that's what it's costing you for a hut. It's a full day. Shuttle you out, give you minnows. It's gone up in price, obviously. But what doesn't? No, 70 a person. But now it says a minimum rental fee of 280. And I've never seen that before. I don't remember it, but it's been a few years since I've... Hey, not much, Roadrunner. Yeah, it should be pretty good, dude. Yeah, I'll try to make a video for an upload too. I gotta do that. I gotta have uploads going up on that channel, but yeah, I'll be live on there too. No doubt, no doubt. Ice fishing, it's gonna be awesome. It's coming. Not much, Roadrunner. Thanks for coming in, eh? I know I already answered you and said what's up, but it's almost bedtime for me, buddy. I gotta wake up real early. Usually 10 o'clock is the... And I was only going live for an hour, so... Yeah, you too? Yeah. And I ended up live a lot longer than an hour. What are we? 3 hours now. Yeah. 10 p.m. Yeah, same here. I know you're just getting in here. What, a video from today uploaded from Long Point? Yeah, good vibes, Garden. Always, guys. Thanks for hanging out, eh? American Roadrunner, it's good seeing you. Evan, if you're there, Steel City, obviously, bro. But what's the video? Steel City, if you don't mind, bro. I don't want to forget anybody. David, I don't know if you're here still, but whoever's here, obviously, I obviously appreciate hanging out. Today? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, St. Williams, it's right out of St. Williams, it's shallower out that way. By the lighthouse or just past the lighthouse and stuff. Yeah, cool. Evan, yeah, right on. Good night, bro. Paul's Way, bro. Yeah, brother. Yeah, no, thank you. Thanks for hanging out. Good chatting with you. I'm glad you caught those fish the other day. And it looks like I'm going to be getting out on the ice as early as this Sunday, and it's not going to be the pond. My first day off at 2:30, once I get out ice fishing once I'm off at 2:30, it's during the week spots are good to check out that pond. But on a Sunday, it's going to Lake Erie for sure. Yeah, Menden Garden. Yeah, guys, games, everybody in the house. I don't want to forget anybody, so I'm not. Appreciate you hanging out. There you go, team. Yep, right on. Appreciate you being here and hanging out. And everybody, have a good evening and a safe day tomorrow and all that, eh, guys? And tomorrow I won't be off early enough to go check out that pond because that's during the week. Tomorrow is still a weekday. Yeah, I either check it out early Saturday morning before I'm busy with the fam, or yeah, you're right on, Paul. Sunday looks like there's gonna be fishing. All right, guys, peace. Good evening, stuff, you know.